Hey guys, we're back with the letter. This is just, I just opened the game. When we last left off, we started Luke's route, and that was something. I have to read very cautiously now to avoid using any, derogatory or racial slurs, or whatever you want to call those, because I almost fell for the bait last episode. I thought Luke was saying. It. Like, I can't think of the word I thought it was. But it's like, like calling someone like a doofus. Like, that's just, who calls people a doofus? And I was like, oh, look at this idiot. And then I looked it up, luckily, before I said it. And I was like, oh. So, yeah. Gotta be careful there. But Luke's out started off pretty good. All the characters, like, all the chapters in this game always start really slow. Isabella's, that's excusable, but still, there's like a more like 20-minute talking scene with Rebecca. Hannah, that's also excusable, still the beginning of the game, introducing, Zachary. What happened in Zachary's? Oh yeah, it started with Isabella's death. Okay, yeah, that one was fine. That one was fine. Marianne, that's where the issue kind of started. Marianne's entire first hour of her route was slow. Rebecca, oh god, don't even get me started on Rebecca. And Ashton, I forget how Ashton's was. Oh yeah, I forgot. The branching tree lags. Do you have a slow? I can't remember. But Luke's, it's starting us, on near present day. We're on the 30th right now? Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully it won't take too long to get to the first. Oh, yeah, you're right. The journal wasn't working last time. After working on business papers overnight, Luke hoped to get some rest the entire day. The force plans to be derailed when his butler called his attention to a problem in the foyer. After my coffee and a bit of breakfast, of course. Right, so he's going to the station to give her thing about Zachary breaking in. Once I'm done breaking my fast, this is why people don't like you, Luke. And after a cool shower, call for Johans to drive me to the police station so that I can give my statement. Through it all, Hannah still slumbers. The way she remains undisturbed even after with the commotion. I think she has somehow contracted a sickness of some sort overnight. Ha ha ha. True enough, the moment the back of my head touches her forehead, she's burning up. It's unfortunate there's no time to worry about this, as much as I want to care for her. There's urgent business, demanding my attention elsewhere. With the rest of the staff away, and well, Marriage may have gone through a rough patch recently, but I still do feel as if I'm neglecting her like this. Doesn't help with the only thing I can do for now is to place a cloth dipped in warm water on her forehead, leave a bottle of medicine on her bedside. Shokin. What does that mean? What is Wikipedia, it's a district in Bregenz, but in the Austrian state of, but that's not what I... But is Johan's not German? Google Translate, there we go. Google Translate. Translate from German? Wait, did I spell that wrong? No, but I can't do the cute ball. But it's like a, oh, but I copy paste that from the Wikipedia article of the same name. No, that's not. It's Swedish? What? No, it's not. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that just his last name? I don't know. Anyway. Just hope that this trip to the city won't take too much of my time. Or further ruin my mood. The ride to the precinct is a quiet affair. We actually skip past this in Ashton's Zone. So, I mean, this is, depending on how we look at it, our first time seeing this. I'm in no mood for idle chatter with what little sleep I've had. case the ghost is flipping the night switch. I'm gonna go check things. Look, shh. I'm gonna go check things out. I'm just going to the hallway. Ghost there. No ghost. Not everything is smooth sailing, however, as soon as I arrived at the precinct either. But as they say, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. It'd be more suspicious if everything had gone on without a ruckus. It would be more boring too. Because who doesn't love a good fight and a bit of drama? Like that time someone hit me on the head with a book. Ha ha ha. There's nothing quite like beating your opponent down and making them learn who's the boss. Life had just thumped over. There'd be no point in even trying, but I'd be much happier if Nosy Detective stopped being, well, nosy. That boy, why does he call him Feathers? Just riles being right up. The way he looks at me, as if he's better than me. It's not in his eyes, the righteous fear and the belief that he's some saintly good guy and I'm the villain that needs to take down. No doubts that he is a word away from trying to assault my person. Wish he had, only so that I would have a proper legal grounds to get him in a whole lot of trouble. I so hate men like him. Came out looking the civil gentleman between the two of us, at the very least. But it does no wonders for my mood, and I have to retreat to Harvey's office to cool myself down. Okay, she's skipping past this then. Just needing to do legwork. To bring myself to the precinct always does sour the day for me. Which I'm fine with, because one of the faults with this game, it goes over the same scenes from multiple perspectives too much. Like, I understand why they do it. That's like, you know, one of the pluses from having multiple protagonists. But at the same time, it feels like this game drags on too much. Right there. It always means I have to fix something. Always annoying. So here I am, with a bored glance at the view of the place. Johan stands outside, like a good guard dog. Make sure no one enters unannounced.
I am so sorry about what happened out there, mate.
I thought we were British, not Australian.
But you know how it is with these officers. All testosterone and ranking.
Well, you need to learn how to keep your men in line better, mate. But I didn't come here to talk about these hot-headed daft villains. They could be dead from the neck up for all I care.
What about from the neck down? Can they still be alive? Or... It's the propensity to forget one tiny detail. I own him. What is teeth and rage? Remind him who exactly is his boss here. Very well can, thanks to the wonders of soundproofing. But the stressed and nervous expression on his face stops me from giving him a tongue lashing. It really do me no good to be at odds with him when he... Tongue lashing, really? But he does prove to be a useful ally from time to time. So I listen when he speaks, focusing on the smell of coffee and cigarettes that fill the room in order to curb my tongue. For now. But boy, when he let a man like Harvey Lee speak, he speaks a lot.
Look, all I'm asking is that you be a bit patient with them. You do realize a good chunk of them don't work. They aren't with you, so to speak. Bunch of kids who think the police are superheroes or some cock and bull. They don't know how things work around here. Especially that Frey boy. The lot of them are just tired.
And why are you telling me this?
I was going to ask you if you knew anything about it. Perhaps one of yours know. There's been a string of unfortunate incidents as of late.
Yeah, he's like, okay, I gotta make sure he's not on to me. That I know ghosts are real.
Just recently, some bloke named Christian Sy was acting all nuts.
I don't think we've heard that name before.
Off his rocker, that man. And we had to hold him, thought he was drunk. Up until he started bashing his brains in. Now he's a vegetable in a hospital bed.
I assume that's guys from, like, Forensic who saw the letter.
Another time, some Mark Julius was reported missing. Some are thinking we've got a serial killer on our hands as of late. That Cooper lady from BRC got done in, and a Father Norman, too.
Oh, that... So, in the first... In Isabella's route, you have an option to go see the priest. I assume that's him?
Bloody hell. Even that Santos girl. She was our detective's friend, you know? Though I keep telling him not to let his emotions get in the way of the job. You have to understand, mate. In a place as peaceful as Luxburn, this makes people wary. Reported crime rates go a bit higher than usual, and it makes them antsy and temperamental.
Is it Luxburn? I thought it was Luxbourne.
Are you implying that I have anything to do with them? Because as much as I hate to say it and admit, I am out of the loop. This is the first I've heard of these incidents.
Really, I'd say I'm insulted, but this is par for the course. Harvey knows who and what I am. We have a deal of sorts, after all. Crime is always expected in a society with laws and with humans who are allowed their free will. The way Luke said that sounds like he's the serial killer. But anyway, who are allowed their free will. Why not strike a deal with the devil to make sure this said crime has some order at least?
Ah, well, that's a shame, I suppose. Figured if we could get any leads, it'd be from you.
What are you trying to imply? Can't stop the scoff that leaves me. Can these police officers really be so incompetent? The chief of the dang police force seems to be finding it amusing, however. Because as far as I can see, whether he believes it or not, he's got it easy in our little deal. He just has to sit back and relax, let me do my thing, and not turn against me while he gets to live a comfy life. Perhaps that's why I haven't killed him off yet. You know, Luke, it sounds like you kill people off regularly, but you wouldn't kill people off regularly, right? You're a good guy, Luke, right? His predecessor to the position wasn't so agreeable.
You know, someday I'll stop turning in my own men when they piss me off. And what will you do then? You and your men will all be lost without me.
I'll just hope that when the time comes, I'll already be all wrinkly and retired then.
It's a play of his. Always is. Tactile casual and chuckling and everything like it doesn't faze him. Pretends he's one of those kind, wise old men types, so that people can't bring themselves to be angry at him. But I've seen him drunk off his butt, bemoaning his fate, what he's become, though he tries to be as vague as he can, even in his inebriated state. I said that right. I've seen the malice this man is capable of. Look at that smug man. Look at smug man. Like, look at his eyebrows. They aren't even. That's the face of a man who's corrupt. That's why it confuses me with how he reacts to what I say next.
So what is our little gollywog looking at?
That's the word. That's the racist word. You can't. Look, YouTube will ban me.
Now there's never a time or place for that kind of racist talk, son.
Gets me off in a firm tone before I can say anything further. There's steel in his eyes, and he near slams his fist on the table when he does. Can't help but sigh, realizing that he's going through one of his self-righteous streaks, variously may be.
You know our little deal ties up my hands when it comes to a lot of things with you, but I hear that Steele is a good kid, and I ask you at least show a bit of respect.
Is that Zachary's last name? Oh yeah, it is.
He's a felon. I think I'm entitled to call him what I please. I don't owe him any respect at all.
My pocket he may be, but he still trusts the path of the policeman himself when he was a young man. I bet it just boils his blood that he has to deal with the likes of me. But I, in turn, hate this side of him that makes him think he's still some do-gooder, some hero of justice, some Segi no Mikata. I'm glad they included that line, hero of justice. Yes, spineless fools were useful. Self-righteous ones forced me to do away with them eventually.
You put plenty of your own white men in jail. I don't see you calling them a, I don't know, white cracker or whatever lingo they have nowadays. And if not respect, you can at least owe the lad some basic human decency.
Whatever. But if you gotta stick up your ass about it, I'll concede. He's going behind bars either way, for however long that is.
Besides, what does it matter if he's black or white? Color of his skin doesn't change anything about it, current circumstances. It's a trifle matter to argue over.
It's 6 months and a fine worth 5,000 for breaking and entering.
Or, you know, eternal torment in the mansion.
Unless you'd be willing to go easy on the guy. Let him bump it down to a misdemeanor and juvenile offense. We'll be giving him probation and charge him for the damages.
And that's it?
That's it. That's what a white man gets, and that's what he gets too. Unless you're going to stir up a fuss and make a big deal out of this.
In case you've forgotten, I do what I want, Lee. I don't even see why you protect the man. He's nothing but a petty thief.
And won't that look bad on you? The Luke Wright, getting his panties in a bunch over a petty thief. You said it yourself. He's nothing. Not worth your attention or effort. So why don't you just let me handle it like I'm supposed to?
So Lee's actually not all bad? Do hate to say it, but he's got me there. Ain't that all of his power comes with a great balancing act. Be too lax and people will think they can get away with the smallest of things. Be too harsh and people will, well, they'll not want to work with me for long, and that's never a good thing in the long term. And it shows on me poorly if I were to fuss over such an insignificant little maggot. Wow.
Now is that all you're here for?
Well, there's another thing I want to ask.
What? Can't I visit a friend? That detective. Feathers.
Please stop calling him, like, Where is it? The coat? Like that thing? Is that why you're calling him Feathers? That
Should I be concerned about him? He seemed keen.
Can we stop nicknaming people? Like, can we just? Well, I mean, I guess you don't know his name yet.
Feathers? Oh, you mean Frey? Nah, he's not really anything to worry about. I got him assigned to your case to make the whole thing believable. The boy's a good detective, one of the best I have on the force, but he won't be able to do shit with all the red tape tying him up. In fact, the higher-ups just took him off your tail.
The case against me? I still have one? Harvey, my dear old friend, have you been slacking off? Surely I told you to take care of that sort of thing. Surely it shouldn't have taken you this long.
So I'm kind of starting to believe that Luke actually, what was it? Kill, or was there's that old lady that the professor was married to? I think it's Ashton implied that he killed her, right? Wait, was she killed or just like permanently? Like,
surely it should be quiet by now on your end. They shouldn't be assigning anything to what's supposed to be a cold case.
I doubt you've got anything to really worry about unless you go out there and announce the shit you've done. They don't want to accuse the most powerful man in Luxburn without being 100% sure about things, of course.
The way he goes about it so nonchalantly.
But it's because of that company problem Suarez been talking about.
Pardon? Suarez? Where's the Z? And who is that? We've mentioned that name. Great, right? It's the guy that's.
Can't believe that's still a thing. You think the geek would have figured it out by now?
I think that's like Kylie's dad.
He's supposed to be a computer genius. Don't go blaming me for it. He's the one slacking off, if you ask me. Don't you be pointing fingers my way.
And has Suarez mentioned anything new about that?
You'd have to ask him about it. You know, I don't understand half the technical computer mumbo-jumbo the guy goes on about. It's like the guy speaks a whole other language. Which, technically he does, but you know what I mean.
Yes, I suppose you have a point. Very well, if you haven't got anything else useful for me, I might as well head home. Get some bloody peace and quiet.
Could have had some tea. Maybe with some whiskey and a nap and I'll be as ready. I think whiskey has an E in it, doesn't it? Does it? And a nap and I'll be right as rain. At least one of us should get some good R&R because it looks like Harvey's gonna get any. I with the commotion that started up outside the room. We're inside the office. We can both clearly see something come up. Opening the door lets the din of the place flooded with officers going about, volunteering up the storm.
Looks like your children are in need of their minder, Harvey. Whatever could this be?
Oh, is this Rebecca's death?
What in blazes is going on here? What's that fucking fire?
There's been a jumper, Chief.
Yeah. Because Zachary's isn't till tomorrow. It's utter madness. His colleagues ringing all about it. A jumper? Luxburn? If I weren't so tired, I'd give it more interest. Our relationship with Rebecca, yeah, it's not Max, but since going by what the officers on the phones are saying, probably far too late for the poor soul. Already gotten splat, and all lines are clogged with the distressed and the busybodies. It's not every day you hear about such things in this city. Or at least, it's not every day you hear about a jumper that I haven't caused. What are you implying? As if on cue, Harvey glances my way with a tight expression on his face. I have to shake my head at him, say no, this one isn't mine, before I leave him to his pets. Is having someone jump off like a skyscraper that rare? I mean, I don't live in like a major city, so I don't know. Following the altercation with Ashton Bray, Luke Wright met with LPD's Chief Inspector Lee to discuss what they should be doing with Zachary Steele. He's also surprised to hear that the investigation on the Luxburn firm case is still ongoing, which the Chief reassured him about. Stepping out from the chaos, let in a breath of fresh air, or as fresh as it's going to get in the city. I do hate going to the precinct. The freaking zoo filled with animals, blue stuffed band included. But it's not like the city's any better. Humans are just a higher form of animals, after all. We all delude ourselves into thinking otherwise. I've told this story before, but this reminds me of a time that I was very mad in school. So, we had to, like, it was like a trivia question. We had to name, like, 3 animals that are mentioned in, like, a Christmas song. I forget which one. So, I knew 2 of them. It was, like, reindeer and, like, another one. I want to say owl, but I can't even remember the song, nonetheless, you know. But I was like, oh hey, people were mentioned in it. Humans probably isn't going to be the correct answer, but it's still correct. Like, it's not the answer they're looking for, but it's still the correct answer. I said, yeah, I mentioned humans as the last animal, and everyone's like, no, human, like the whole class, this is like 5th grade, is like, no, humans are mammals, not animals, idiot. Do they know what a mammal is? A mammal's an animal with like hair and gives live birth. Hate those things. Call up the car to take me away from it all. Though I can't bring myself to step inside the house when I do get home. Hannah's still rests, I assume. Hear nothing to say otherwise. Under voice or laughter, which usually fill any space with cheer. Everything's quiet, other than the hum of engines from the car being brought away. Birds' cry sounds off from the gardens. Stepping me out of my reverie makes me look in that direction. It's an easy decision to go there. Hannah's still resting, recovering from sickness. I don't want to disturb her, without agitating and annoyed I am underneath the surface. No matter how well hidden I can keep it. Not to mention, I've been neglecting the garden for too long. Might as well stay put out here for the time being. Gray skies loom over the horizon, but the sun fights for every precious minute it gets to stay. It'll rain again soon, with the wind bringing along the gloomy clouds normal to Lisburn. Till then, doesn't hurt to be out here for fresh air and sunshine. Walk to the gardens, what little of it there is at the moment anyway, kneel by the daffodils. These are the first to be brought here and planted on my request. He really likes daffodils. And if nothing else, they brought in a sense of peace. They're my mother's favorites. Closing my eyes, lift my chin up to welcome the light that shines upon me. For a moment, I can imagine myself as one of the flowers. Peaceful, a little bit. I just imagine Luke in like a flower costume. And all too happy to stand in this warmth. Life would be much easier if we were all like flowers, wouldn't it? Why did I step out here to get all philosophical? Philosophical. Oh. And problems is much more practical than figuring out the meaning of life after all. Too many things have gone on these past few days. I want to forget about them, even just for a moment.
It's almost All Saints, isn't it? To think I've almost forgotten.
It's like all Saints. Wait. It's like another name for Halloween, right? Wait. Speak the words absent-mindedly. The date means nothing to me, as I neither worship the religion nor have any graves to visit. For all, Mother was never given a proper burial. But it's a date, as good as any, for me to grieve. Otherwise, I would have done so every single day, crippling myself and shutting everyone else out. I think that's the first time they ever actually brought up Halloween. They might have brought it up one other time, but I think Ashley might have in his route. I forget, but I can remember how the flames licked at her flesh and how it consumed her body, till there's nothing left but ash. Stood there watching with the operator and a social service worker. They could have been alone for all I cared. Felt alone. It's the most that could be done. No one would attend the funeral of a dead prostitute, let alone pay for it. All that is left of her, proof that she lived, is her name written on a ledger of Lisburn Cemetery, a lighter, and me. Pulling out the lighter from my jacket, I just stopped myself from flicking it open to stare at the flame, run my thumb over her name. All in all, it isn't much, but it's something. Is that Eleanor? It'll be wrong of me to not make something of myself when she would have given everything to make sure I can become anything I want to be.
Feels like I'm stuck in a nightmare right now. What I would give to have you here by my side, Mother dear. To see you smiling at me. Alive and as beautiful as ever. I'm afraid I'm starting to forget what your face looks like. I've already forgotten the shade of your hair.
Eleanor Chandler was a wonderful woman, though not everyone would have agreed. Not everyone had seen past her occupation, past her vices, and her illness. All this, I was a poor woman who sold her body to make ends meet, and a son because of it. There. I didn't see the mother who worked hard to put food on the table for me. The woman who gave and gave and gave to me while expecting nothing in return. She taught me the merits of hard work. But though I loved her so, I worked hard for myself. I'd not be so foolish, so selfish towards people who would never give back. I learned that from the father who plucked me out of an orphanage for his own selfish gain. The ghost. Pocket the lighter before I could feel the urge to actually set anything ablaze. This only happens when I'm playing the letter. Actually, that's not true. Considering my close proximity to the flowers, then most likely they would be the most likely victim of arson. Just the thought of it is blasphemous. Nevertheless, that doesn't save them from being picked. Just enough to make a bouquet, right? Of things in honor of Eleanor.
Would you be proud of me if you saw me now, Mother? Maybe. You're always so forgiving. No matter what trouble I got into. More than I deserved. Especially now.
It's been a while since I've talked to my mother like this. Said that even when our loved ones have passed on, the state will watch over us. Though I believe in neither a heaven nor a heck. Painful part of me wishes it were true. As ridiculous as the idea is. Can't help but grow still. A chill going up my spine, when I do feel eyes upon me. For a while, I think I'm imagining it, but I'm all too familiar with the sensation of being watched. Carefully, I scan my surroundings, doing my best to not give away the fact that I'm aware of their presence, whoever they are. But there's not a soul inside on the field surrounding the mansion. Yet, they're on the balcony overlooking the garden. She stands there, and though I cannot see her face clearly from afar, no, she is the one staring at me. Observant if one were to judge by her clothing. In the distance, I can't discern what those stains on her clothing are. Wow, look at that beautiful woman. God. She gives off a rapid air and simply does not belong with her surroundings. That isn't what worries me, though. What worries me is that she isn't one of ours. She can't be. Obvious signs of being tattered and dirty state aside, there shouldn't be anyone else in this mansion aside from the three of us. That's the balcony that leads to our bedroom. Forget pretending that I don't notice
You! What are you doing there? You're not supposed to be there!
It's a stupid thing to do, realized in hindsight, but calling attention to it was spur-of-the-moment plan. From the height, there's no way she would have jumped off the balcony. Perhaps she would have only been able to sneak in because Hannah's asleep. Calling out to her would wake Hannah and, at the very least, call Johannes' attention to the matter at hand. I tried to think of any other way she could have gone in there without Hannah calling for us. Woman on the balcony doesn't react, barely even stirs. Like, so, if he were able to fully see the ghost, do you think Luke would just keep yelling at her to just get out of his house? Like, he runs up to the balcony, he just sees the ghost, you know, with like the, you know, I don't know how to describe it, like, you know, with those feet, remember the feet? Like, with like that. And, he's just like, what are you doing? Get out of my house, you stupid ghost. Wanting some alone time and fresh air, Luke excused himself, lingering in the garden as he remembered the memory of his late mother. It was all pleasant at first, till he glimpsed someone watching him from the balcony. Woman on the balcony doesn't react, barely even stirs. Really drug-addled or touched in the head, well, that begs the question of how she even managed to get in there. That changes nothing, of course, but doesn't stop me from running back to the mansion.
Shuriken! There's an intruder! In the bedroom! Upstairs! Secure Hana immediately!
Bursting in through the front doors, I'm greeted by Johannes with a kitchen knife in his hands, looking wary and alert. He squished on his lips for a moment, but he's quick to fall into place, giving me a curt nod before we rushed up the foyer stairs. Woman would need to go through us to get anywhere. Between me and the butler, there's no way she's getting away. No announcing yourself as he slammed the bedroom door open, expecting to see the worst inside. Find Hannah simply seated at her vanity, without a care in the world, or these can't be any greater. Don't even question if she's well enough to be moving around yet. That's soon followed by suspicion and caution. Without a word, I signaled for Johannes to search through the room for the intruder, even going so far as to slipping into the second bedroom. She couldn't have gone anywhere else, not without getting our attention, not without Hannah noticing. It isn't too far-fetched to think that she may have been coerced to act like nothing is out of the ordinary. If she is being forced to do this, she'll be able to tell me without alerting the criminal. We should be ready for such things, after all, being the wealthy, powerful, and influential luminary of the stars people that we are. Knowing hesitant to break her peace, to make her worry any more than she has the right to be, know that matters of safety shouldn't be taken so lightly. What if I could just content myself in just watching her?
Are you alright, Hana?
There's a moment of silence as she fastens the cord around her neck. With her back still turned to me, she replies as calmly as she can be.
Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be? Is there something wrong?
There's no sign of There's no sense of deceit. She gives none. Everything looks fine. Seems fine. And it says this much. Stepping out onto the balcony doesn't say anything differently. The outside is devoid of signs of any other human life with how secluded the property is. But it's hard to be sure of how the sun is set. Trying to locate anyone on the large property by myself would be futile. Whether it is the truth or a convenient lie, one could only assume that everything is alright. Even Johans is in agreement.
There's nobody in the second bedroom or in the closet. It's all clear.
But I can't fight off the awful feeling that has taken over me.
Are you sure? Nobody? Double check. Triple check everything. Check the whole house if you have to.
What's going on? What is all this then?
Her eyes are definitely a different color.
He claims to have seen an intruder standing on your balcony. Did you notice anyone here, madam?
No, it's just been me. I've not heard or seen anybody else aside from the two of you all day. Strange.
When did he tell Johans he saw someone on the balcony?
The others have been given the day off. There shouldn't be anybody else here. Are you sure of what you saw? Perhaps you were... Yes, I bloody well am sure of what I saw. There was a woman standing there, dark hair and in servant's clothing. Are you insinuating that I am making things up? That I'm going mad? Because if you are, I don't care how competent you've been. I won't have such disrespect directed at me. It's not paranoia if people are out to get me.
I mean, look, you're the one that brought up the whole paranoia thing. My anger is easily aroused, and I think to the adrenaline rush that's kicked in sometime I don't know when. I don't think I'll ever get used to this feeling, really. No matter how many time I've had to rely on it to survive on the streets as a child. To survive everything with how high I've managed to prop myself up. And I take any and all threats towards my person seriously.
I'm not implying that you're mad. The occasional hallucination is a completely normal and human experience, as long as it isn't a repeat occurrence. Oh, so what? That was a trick of the light? My imagination? You haven't ingested any alcohol today, have you?
Valid question, but...
I am not drunk.
In my state, I only realize how quiet Hannah has gone, when she doesn't joke about my debatable alcoholism. There's no clever quip rewards upon exasperation. She's only been watching me through all of this. When I do notice that, I start feeling bugs crawling on my skin. When I didn't deign to speak further, fixated on the sensation, Johans cuts in.
Whatever the case, we need to establish tighter security. We should have done so from the start. If you were seeing things, then we got lucky. Had there been a real intruder, we were ill prepared. Of course. I trust that you can hire the most qualified from the agency. Are you all right, Hannah? You seem disquieted.
I'm well, my love. I was just worried about how the hallucination brought you distress.
It wasn't an hallucination, I'm sure of it. But what can I do to prove otherwise?
It doesn't matter. You are safe, as am I. I overreacted.
Perhaps rest is necessary. It is late into the day, and you must be tired from your gardening.
Before I ask how she knew what I was doing, a small fond smile graces her lips before she brushes away a few yellow petals from my sleeve. But does it really look like I'm that exhausted? I'm sure to be well rested, despite it all. It's not like I've done anything physically exhausting today. Beyond running here in a hurry anyway, no doubt I've left a trail of flowers in my mad dash. It's supposed to do look like a mess.
Rest sounds good. I guess I'll need to sleep a lot more than I thought. But
I'll stand guard outside for the night. You two have nothing to worry about. Hon, hon, hon. That's a German. Nothing to worry about? Not so sure about that. But thinking any more about it isn't going to do anything.
Come on then, my love. Off to bed. I have been restless without you by my side.
Even then, I can't force away the uneasiness that settles over me. Sleep is hard to attain, and even a Hannah's embrace does not help. She's still burning up. October 31st, Monday. Okay, I'll call it there. That seems like natural ending point. How far are we on the tree? Okay, bye.